In the news tonight, labor stabbed to death over cell phone at number 53 Village, Quarantine, Berbice.
And it was like, my mother take me to the hospital, I love you, my mother, and I want you to look at my children and tell my brother that I love him, I must look at my children. And all I need is justice.
And teachers say they feel undervalued.
I feel unappreciated. I feel as though my knowledge that I impart to the students are not respected nor appreciated.
Police in Regional Division 6 are probing the murder of Coolin Tony, a 31-year-old laborer of number 53 Village, Quarantine, Berbice. That incident occurred around 23 hours 30 last night at number 53 Village. According to a report from the Guyana Police Force, an eyewitness told investigators that around 23 hours last night, she was on the street corner vending, and while there, along with others, she saw the victim and the suspect arguing over phone. The police explained that the issue escalated and the men had a confrontation, after which the suspect left the scene on a motorcycle. The victim was seen on the ground wounded and bleeding profusely. His mother, Claire Hope, said her son was stabbed and was left lying in a pool of blood.
Persons come from the village calling me, Claire, come now, your son gets stabbed and bleeding out. So when I went there, and so I gathered, they say that Colin, which is my son, sell a cell phone to this boy that stabbed him up. And he asked the boy for his money. The cell phone was 20,000, and the boy just gave him 5,000 and tell the boy that keep the phone and keep the money, doesn't want that. And like he get into an argument and Colin left to go home. And when he go home, the boy followed him home. And the argument get more higher and higher. So it appear like the boy left and come this side. So Colin left after and come out and go in front by the street corner there. And the boy attack him with a knife and started to stab him, and probably like he black and get cut on his hand. And he was like, my mother take me to the hospital, I love you, my mother, and I want you to look at my children and tell my brother that I love him, I must look at my children. And all I need is justice. And the bywords was like, I'm going to take you and make sacrifice after he stabbed him.
He was rushed to the Skeldon Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. According to the police, several persons were contacted and interviewed, and useful information was received. The police are looking for the suspect as the investigations
What are you doing? Igloo ice cream. You know it's good.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washi me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
Planning an elegant or corporate event? Let the experts at Star Rentals equip you. Give your event that spectacular 5-star experience it deserves with the options of transparent tents of various sizes, indoor and outdoor formal bars and cocktail tables with LED lights, stage, podium with lighting, portable AC units, generators, executive portable washrooms, outdoor light tower and much more. Call today 226-3020, online www.starrentalsgy.com. Star Rentals, we got you covered.
The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union will be hosting a special general meeting and elections on Saturday, March 2, 2024. The meeting and elections will be held both virtually and in person in the various regions. Members in Region 4 will be allowed to vote at the Critchlow Labour College, Wilford Avenue. The meeting will be held from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Members are asked to be on the lookout for information regarding online voting and regional polling places. Full participation of members is encouraged. Let us move your credit union forward.
13 days into the teachers' strike, and the general feeling among teachers on the ground in the city is that they are being undervalued. When this news has spoke to teachers who were demonstrating on High Street, a short distance from the Marriott Hotel, where the Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo is being held, the teachers said that the government's refusal to engage with the teachers' union is sending the wrong signal to them.
Very much so. I feel undervalued. People go to CPC sometimes. I went nighttime to CPC. I used to reach home midnight. And then you're encouraging people to go to UG to do masters, and then you don't want to pay them. You just want to pay them $10,000 for a master's. Now, who does that in the world? We're the lowest paid in the Caribbean. So I feel we're very much undervalued as teachers. So we just want an increase, a livable wage we want. So they need to speak to us. They just can't just sit behind the curtains and not come out and talk to us.
I feel more than undervalued at this time, because when comparing the teachers with the sugar workers, we see sugar workers only got to come out 2 and 3 days, and their cause are being honored all the time. Even in the budget, it is glaring that over $6 billion has been allocated to sugar workers, and sugar is failing miserably, and they're still being honored. What about us teachers who are winning all the time? Every year there are good grades at CXC, good grades at Cape, and we are shining all the time. So why not the government come out and honor us?
I feel unappreciated. I feel as though my knowledge that I impart to the students are not respected nor appreciated by the government. And you know, when we get paid, like today, our salary finished today. All we're asking for is some more money on our salary. That is all we're asking for, because of inflation that is currently happening.
We feel very degraded. We feel very unappreciated. I've been a teacher for the past 14 years, and I think we've been contented for too long. The country is at a place now where they could afford to honor their educators in a valuable way, in a tangible way, and that is all we are asking for.
The teachers are preparing for the long haul, even as the government continues to stand its ground.
For me, my general feelings is that we will come out victorious for this strike. No matter how long it takes us, we have to be paid, and we must be paid a livable wage, because that is our main focus out here, and we are not giving up until we are being paid.
The government has maintained that the countrywide strike is illegal and has threatened to cut the salary of teachers for those days they were out of the classroom. Today, parents and some students came out in solidarity with the teachers.
Extra lime, lemon, and you will agree. Extra lemon and lime, it's the two combined. the first time. When you see the two, they combine. It's a drink and taste, you will never decline. Extra lemon and lime. It's the two combined. It's one of a kind. Extra lemon and lime. Extra lemon and lime. Taste the citrus in every sip.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with Fluty Popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Increased oil production in Guyana and the recovery of the region's tourism industry are integral to the growth experience in the region last year, according to Caribbean Development Bank's Director of Economics, Ian Durant. Durant was speaking at a press conference on Tuesday organized to speak on the institution's year in review and provide projections for this year.
Production increased by 35.2%, influencing growth in the non-energy sectors and contributing to an overall expansion of Guyana's economy of 32.9%. Economic activity in the other commodity exporters, Suriname and Trinidad and Tobago, also expanded, but at a more measured rate, with the energy sector in Trinidad and Tobago recording a slight contraction.
Further, the bank's Director of Economics said inflation, food and energy security are still major concerns within the region.
While inflation rates generally eased across the region, mirroring international trends, lingering high energy and food costs, supply chain issues, and strong consumer demand kept inflation elevated. Currency depreciation was also a contributory factor in one borrowing member country. In response to the persistent price pressures, some borrowing member country governments extended price relief into 2023, easing the burden of higher living costs on poor and vulnerable populations. Governments also contended with elevated borrowing costs amid tight financing conditions. Nevertheless, with the continued strengthening in economic activity, government revenues and overall fiscal outcomes improved.
On the recovery of the region's tourism industry, explained that arrivals within the region last year were almost back to pre-pandemic levels,
with service exporting borrowing member countries growing at an average of 2.4%. These economies benefited from robust demand from major source markets, particularly the United States. Mobility and travel essentially returned to normal with the ending of emergency health restrictions in May 2023. Data for the January to September period showed total arrivals reached 99% of pre-COVID levels, bolstered by continued recovery of airlift and the return of festivals and sporting events across the region.
According to him, the bank has forecast an 8.6% growth rate for the region, which he said is tied to increased oil production in Guyana and continued expansion of the tourism industry. For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.